As promised, according to the poll results, here is the durability review of the Samsung Galaxy A51, which seemingly looks like the costlier version of the recently launched Galaxy M31 with the same processor but in the budget range. Now for those who have been following the A series on the channel, know that the A series devices have not done that great. For example, the A20 had suffered structural failure with total AMOLED damage. The A70 and A70s had suffered charging issues and display damage respectively. And the famous Galaxy A50 had suffered internal damage to its motherboard due to its ultra soft build quality. Fortunately, on the other hand, the Galaxy A20s and the highest selling A10 did manage to survive. On initial impressions, the Samsung Galaxy A51 looks pretty good with the quad camera setup at the back, decent heavy gaming performance and comparatively good Antutu score compared to Qualcomm processors. And the 172 grams lightweight build also seems to feel strong in the hands. But has Samsung improved upon the build quality? We'll find out soon enough. Samsung devices have mostly done well in my scratch tests with good scratch resistant capabilities from the high quality tempered glasses and genuine Corning glasses they use. So now testing out the scratch resistance of this Corning tempered glass protection provided by Samsung on the Galaxy A51 by rubbing it with the blade of a heavy duty box cutter and common atoms found in pockets. The blade does an awesome job of segregating the high quality tempered glasses from the poor quality scratch prone ones found on some budget devices, mostly pre-applied with plastic screen protectors, and they have no oleophobic coating. Higher quality tempered glass protection and even basic Corning glass on super budget devices are easily able to handle the abuse from the blade, though poor quality tempered glasses on the other hand fail the blade and are highly scratch prone. The Galaxy A51 keeps up Samsung's tradition of high quality scratch resistant glasses. It passes my scratch test without suffering a single scratch mark on its genuine Corning glass. Things to remember are that the Samsung Galaxy A51 has no water resistance whatsoever or any kind of IP rated certification and has no rubber seal on its SIM tray. This is in stark contrast to the splash water resistance provided on Realme devices or the P2I nano coating technology on Mi devices, which makes the phone at least splash resistant. Also, non-IP rated Samsung devices in the past haven't particularly done that well in terms of low audio. So coming back to the water test and starting things off as usual by checking for a layer of oleophobic coating on the Corning glass protection. The oleophobic layer helps to lessen fingerprint smudges and its presence is proved on the A51 when water rolls off in the form of droplets instead of sticking to the glass surface on devices without the layer. The most common effect of water on non-water resistant devices has always been low and distorted audio from the external speakers, which can last for a few seconds on some devices or last for many hours on others, which can permanently damage the sound or the display unit. And this has been the bane for many Samsung devices of the past. But fortunately the Galaxy A51 here does not seem to be having this problem, and the distorted low audio is recovering within just a few seconds. Apart from temporary issues such as displays going blank for several hours or screen flickering on some devices, the Redmi Note 8 had suffered from a blank display issue in just the light splashing round itself due to permanent damage to its motherboard, and the Zenfone 5Z had suffered massive display damage during the heavy drenching round. So now let's find out if the A51 is able to survive heavy water abuse. series device. As you can see, the screen is not responding normally to touch and is behaving funny, which suggests that water has reached the internals and liquid damage has started to set in. It just about passes since it did recover after a few hours, and kind of a fail for the Galaxy A51 because of its funny behavior. But do take care since a slight bit of overexposure might lead to costly liquid damage. Next up, moving on to fun stuff with value. The bend test will give you a clear knowledge about the build quality and structural strength of devices, and will expose design flaws if any, which ultimately benefits us consumers by forcing brands to make stronger builds. We can just hope that Samsung has done something positive, especially after the Galaxy A51, which suffered motherboard failure due to its soft plastic build and design. Well, after the first bend, the high degree of flex doesn't really suggest that the A51 has that stronger build which we were hoping for, since it seems to have the same soft build. But at least there is no structural failure as yet. The Galaxy A51 suffers from an even higher degree of permanent bend when pressure is applied from the backside, confirming that the A51 has a soft build like the A50. In the third and final bend, the Samsung Galaxy A51 finally seems to snap. And even though it doesn't suffer complete structural failure, the A51 had lost its ability for battery charging, and as a user, you should be careful and try your best to avoid accidental pressure, which will cause the A51 to curve and maybe even break.